It's big, it's ugly, and it's bullshit. So let's talk about the big ugly tax scam, otherwise known as the One Big Beautiful Bill by Donald Trump. You know, that one that House Republicans passed in the dead of night when everybody was asleep except for members of Congress. Now they're trying to pass it through the Senate. Buried within this ugly tax scam are provisions to cut over $800 billion from Medicaid, otherwise known as the Oregon Health Plan. That's what we have here in Oregon. It would impact an estimated about 16 million people across America. Oh, and I might add, seniors will see huge cuts to Medicare, while also effectively banning Planned Parenthood from billing Medicaid for potentially life-saving reproductive health services. This scam will cause our mothers, daughters, and neighbors to needlessly suffer. But we're not done yet. The scam also includes massive cuts to SNAP nutrition programs. Almost 800,000 Oregonians rely on this critical nutrition program, but Republicans want to take food off their plates. We're talking about seniors, veterans, children. It helps families to get by. Not only will these folks see their benefits reduce, some will be kicked off the program entirely. It would also become one of the most anti-environmental pieces of legislation we've seen in U.S. history, because it's going to jeopardize our public lands, waters, and health. Yes, of course, our health. Republicans are willing to pollute our planet for billionaires to bypass environmental protections. In addition, this bill has a provision that would make it harder to hold government officials in contempt. That would mean judges would have fewer options to ensure that the government follows their court orders, like President Trump. You might be wondering how this relates to the bill. Well, it gives President Trump and his administration even more power, enabling them to bypass our laws and our courts. But here's the real kicker. This bill isn't about reining in government spending, which is what they keep saying. It's about waste, fraud, and abuse. It will add up to $4 trillion to our deficit. They're willing to take away healthcare and nutrition benefits, even though they know that this will quite literally result in Americans dying. And we know this. Senator Ernst admitted it. She seemed to be proud of it. All because they want to give their rich buddies these huge handouts. It's disgusting. And I'm sorry to say this, my friends. This is just a small snapshot of some of the provisions in the Republicans' big ugly tax scam. And if it makes it to the president's desk, this will become harder for millions of working families. This is not the America that you or I want to live in. And I'm using every available tool in my means to call out the BS and put a stop to this un-American, this big ugly tax scam.